Hey everybody, it is registration time here on day one of the Super Grands. Now the competition hasn't started yet. Everything will get going tonight, but as I mentioned, people are currently lined up just waiting to get registered for their divisions, and we thought we would go and sneak on into that crowd just to check in with a few people and see how they're feeling. Hey everybody, I am standing here with Greg Bullock, who is just waiting to register. Now we're going to check in with him. So I hear this is your very first year competing at Super Grands, yeah?
It is my first year. I'm very excited. I've been training hard, so.
That's good to hear. Now, there's a little story that goes with that, which I think is interesting. You were here, actually, at Super Grands 3 years ago, but you weren't competing. So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, 3 years ago, I just saw the level of competition that NBL offered and was excited to go for it myself, so now I'm here and ready.
Awesome. So are you feeling more excited, or do you have some nerves going on?
I mean, I definitely have some nerves, especially since this is my first one, but I've done several other tournaments, and I've done tournaments in Las Vegas and around the country, so I'm ready as well, very excited.
Hey everybody, I am standing here with some more first-time Super Grands competitors, which is really fun for me to see because we're used to seeing a lot of the seasoned Super Grands competitors, right? But every year there are some new faces and the tradition continues, and so we just want to check in and see how they're feeling. So now I've got with me Blake, MJ, and Tyler. Yes, I do. And they all are coming from, Martin, I'm actually going to come to you first and let you tell us a little bit about each of these gentlemen and where they're coming from.
Okay, well, we're all from the Reno, Nevada area, and MJ is my son. Blake trains with me, and then Tyler actually trains with Larry Hall, but we also train together as well.
All right, so you're excited to have some of your guys here this year, yeah?
Oh, yeah. I remember it was always just me here, and so now I've got some people with me, so it's awesome because we all train together, so it's great to be able to compete together, too.
Absolutely. All right, MJ, I'm going to come to you first. So, first time at Super Grands, big production. How are you feeling? Excited? Nervous? What's going on?
I'm actually pretty scared right now. Nervous, but it's going to be a good experience overall, just to say I've actually gone to New York. And I want buffalo wings.
I want buffalo wings too. I'm going to actually also ask you to let everyone know what you're doing here this week.
I'm sparring. Yeah.
So do you know who you're up against in your division?
James Gilbo, Julian, Sam Wallace is over there, but yeah, okay.
They all bring good fights. So you feeling ready? You've been training hard?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
All right, excellent. Blake, I'm going to come to you next. Let's start with you telling everyone what you're doing this week.
I'm competing in sparring.
Okay, and are you individual sparring?
Yes.
How hard have you been training?
For the past. With Martin, I've been competing and practicing with for the past 2 years, I believe. I believe it's 2 years.
And now you're finally at Super Grands. Are you very excited about that?
I'm excited, but at the same time, kind of nervous.
That makes sense. I think that's fair enough. But you know what? Those nerves help you get out in that ring and just kick and punch it all out, right?
True.
All right, so we're going to be looking for you this week. Now, Tyler, I'm going to come to you last. So we spoke a little bit earlier about kind of this mixture of just being ready to get out there and get it, but then being a little nervous about stepping in the ring. But for you, that wasn't necessarily, or it was a little different from kind of the nerves you might feel in a local tournament. Can I ask you to talk about that a little bit?
I think usually when you're at home in front of your, being the hometown hero and the locals, on the local side of it, you have a lot more pressure to be put on, especially from, students, parents, a lot of the people that you look up to that you're training week in, week out, they, hold you really high up as what you're supposed to do, and you always want to perform well. So I think under, your own friends and family, you kind of have that little more stipend of expectation to do your best.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So out here, there are a lot of faces that you don't know. You can just get out there, blur it all out, and do your thing, right?
Absolutely. I think you can go out there and have the right mindset to say, nobody knows who I am, nobody knows what I'm about, but I'm going to show you what I can do, and this is the opportunity to do it.
Great attitude. All right, well, I'm really glad to have you here. Really glad to have all three of you here. Good luck. Do your school in Reno proud. I know that you will. All right, you guys, so we're going to let you get back to registration, and yeah, we wish you the best of luck. everybody, I'm Sarah Michelle, and you are with Cobra-Source.com, your complete online martial arts, entertainment, and lifestyle magazine. Welcome to the 2012 NBL Super Grands World Games. We are coming at you from Buffalo, New York this year. Now outside, the snow is falling, it is below freezing, but inside these walls, the competition is about to get hot. Over the next 6 days and nights, there is going to be some fierce sport karate competition. Now to my left is where all of the qualifying rounds will be taking place throughout 10 rings. Behind these doors right behind me is the Grand Ballroom holding the main stage, where Grands will take place at the end of each day's competition. That is exactly where every single competitor here is looking to get. All throughout the entire year, they have been showing up to the local and regional tournaments to accrue points, all for this week right here. They want to go home a world champion. Who's it going to be this year? We don't know yet. We will absolutely keep with you all week long, and we will show you. So stick with us. We're going to let you in right now to all of the competition, all of the divisions that you're used to seeing all year long. Stick with us. We will see you soon. Thank you. I am sitting here with Mackenzie Nolan. She is only 7 years old and pretty phenomenal already because she just got done telling me all of the divisions that she's competing in. So I'm going to let you tell everybody every single division you're competing in, okay?
I'm in Korean, Japanese, for this sparring continuous, weapons, open weapon, traditional weapon.
And open forms too?
Yes.
So every single division that's available, I guess with the exception of breaking and self-defense, you're entering every single one.
Yes.
Winners on three. 1, 2, 3.
Acting like a millionaire. Acting like a million. Acting like a millionaire. Acting like a man.
everybody. I'm standing here with Amanda Armendariz and McKenna Jolly, who just got done competing in the Creative Weapons division. Now, these two are going on stage against each other, going head-to-head to take the world title. Now, I'm going to give them each a chance to talk about what this is going to mean to them. Amanda, I know that you already have 2 NBL Super Grands titles. You got those back in 2009?
Yeah, that's true.
And since then, you haven't been back. This is your first year back.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about your time away and what it took to come back here, and now you're going to stage.
Since 2009, I was a little girl, I think. And then I came back because, I don't know, I wanted to get back my titles. And my coach said at the beginning of the year, do you want to go to Super Grands? And I will think about it. But then, I just got it.
Okay, so it probably means a lot to you to be able to defend these titles, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so we know she's going to be fighting hard for it. Now, McKenna, I know you have a very special reason that you want this really bad, and I'm going to let you talk about that.
Well, the thing is that I have been given the opportunity to be sponsored by a corporation called Visalis. It's a 90-day fitness and health challenge, and they were gracious enough to help me be able to afford to come here to Super Grands this year and compete. It's what I'm passionate about. It's what I love. And I qualified this year. I just didn't have the finances. And that's the story of my life, you know. I try to work to be the best, but it's not always there financially. And if I do win here, I will be able to get a full ride sponsorship for next year. And that would mean the world to me as a competitor, because then I can actually pay for college and things like that. So I'm here to get this title. I need a title in weapons or forms. And tonight I was blessed to get on stage with Miss Amanda. And I know it's going to be a good division. I mean, we both work hard and we both train it and we both want it. And so there's going to be an awesome chemistry there. And I'm just excited to see how it turns out.
So am I. And I know that you guys are going to both bring really beautiful forms. You came up there with the bow, you with the nunchucks. They both were very strong forms. I'm very much looking forward to it. So what's it going to be? The person trying to defend the title? The person trying to get the sponsorship? We don't know, but we will show it to you, so be looking for it. We'll see you soon. Thank you.
Acting like a millionaire. Acting like a million. Acting like a millionaire. Acting like a man.
I'm standing here with the Falanga family, who just won first place in Team Kata. Now this family of 4 went up against 9 other teams, I believe.
There were 4 wild cards, 1 got in, and then 9 others. So
yeah, this was a huge division. They looked absolutely beautiful out there. We're going to talk about their form in just a few moments. I'm going to give each of them a chance to talk a little bit about what they do. Joanne, I'm going to start with you. Now, we had a chance to talk earlier about how your family got into martial arts. If you'd like to share that story.
Well, it's all because of the firstborn, who was a little bit shy, and I thought I could help him along if I got involved too. And the rest is history. I trained through a pregnancy with Emma, and they're all still training. I can't get rid of them.
And that's amazing, because I really thought it was interesting that you actually started by getting your son in for reasons for him, and then through him you started training, and now actually you have a school.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about that school in Reinhardt.
It's in Rhinebeck, New York.
Oh, Rhinebeck.
It's a small little town, and we have a small school, but we train really hard and traditional style, but we compete in a lot of different events. We have a competitive team that's about 15 people strong, and actually secured a sponsor for 2013 from a company in town.
Great.
And so we're all pretty psyched to be here at Super Grands this year and continue on through next.
That is very exciting. Now, Joe, I'm going to come to you. I also heard this was the very first time all 4 of you have been able to do this form together at once.
Yeah, it's true. All year we competed. We did a number of different forms. Sometimes it was 2 of us, sometimes 3, and we did a different form, and we wanted to finish the year strong with the 4 of us all together.
And you guys certainly did. So, Tessa, I will come to you next. Now, when I spoke with you immediately after you guys did the form, I was telling you that the thing that I noticed and that really caught my eye about your team specifically out of everybody in that division is that the 4 of you were literally moving as one unit the entire time. Through every single movement in every single stance, you guys were completely in sync. talk about the training that goes into that for the four of you to actually be totally on the same rhythm with one another.
Well, we practice a lot, but we all train under my mom, and we all develop the same technique, and we move very similar, so it comes out, and it's really nice.
It looked absolutely wonderful. Emma, I'll come to you last. So you're the youngest in this family, yes?
Yes.
So when did you start training? How old were you?
I was 3 years old.
And have you always totally loved it? I know you have a lot to look up to, an older sister, older brother, your mom does it.
Yeah, it's been a challenge with all of us doing it, but it's something that we can all do together, so it's really great that we can just, do it all together.
That is. It's wonderful. Now, I understand that you all have other divisions that you're entering this week. Tessa, what are you doing?
I am doing Korean traditional forms and point sparring.
And Emma?
I'm doing continuous sparring, point sparring, Korean traditional forms, and creative weapons.
All right. And then, Joanne, do you have anything else that you're doing this week?
I do. I have the Old People Forms division, and which is 45 and up. And then I'm going to wild card the 35 and up.
Excellent. And Joe?
I just finished my breaking division, and I have point and continuous sparring later on this week.
I'm about to lose a colonel, I'm about to lose it, I'm about to lose a colonel, I'm about to lose it, I'm about to lose a colonel, I'm about to lose it, I'm about to lose a colonel, I'm about to lose it, I'm about to lose a colonel, I'm about to lose it, I'm about to lose a colonel, I'm about to lose it, I'm about to lose a colonel, I'm about to lose it, I'm about to lose a colonel, I'm about to lose it.
Hey everybody, we're just taking a few moments away from the floor today to have some time to speak with Sensei Corky Sykes of Jessup, Georgia. Sir, thank you so much for taking a few moments on. I know you're very, very busy this week.
Yes, it's been a long, stressful week, but that's what we come for. So.
Absolutely. Now, let's actually start just by talking about how busy you are between the divisions that you've been entering yourself and then coaching your students, whether it's in weapons, forms, continuous sparring. So let's actually go through and talk a little bit about all of the things that your students are showcasing here this week.
Yeah, we try our best to well round all the students so they can be able to do all the divisions and not just be centered around a forms division or a weapons division or a fighting division. We try to well round everyone so that they can compete in all the divisions and also not just be there, have a chance to win. So we've been putting a lot of hours in. We have 22 students here, and they're all competing in like 10 divisions or something probably. I mean, a lot of divisions. So they've been doing a lot of multiple hours of training to get there.
Hey everybody, I have Mr. Cannell Lovelace with me here now. I know that he is very familiar to you. You always see him judging. Talk a little bit about what your plan is with how you run your ring.
Well, my thought is this. When I'm in there judging, I owe it to those competitors to do my best and to give all that I have to ensure that everything is fair within that ring. So you get guys coming here from around the world. These guys are coming for a title, right? And I owe it to be as fair as I can be to give them the best opportunity to achieve their goal of becoming a world champion.
Hey, I have Edgar Cordova with me, and we're just going to take some time to talk with him about some of his history with the NBL. Now, sir, I know that you are an NBL Super Grands veteran. Can you talk a little bit about how many times and for how many years you've been a part of this league?
Okay, yes, I've been part of this league since '91. I have 11 world titles, 6 titles in weapons. I have a traditional, I have a point sparring and continuous. So I've been doing this around for many years. This is my 18 Super Grands that I do like a competitor. And also I have my students that they come this weekend for the first time, and kids from 5 years old to 11. So.
Now, if you would like to talk a little bit about your school and how, what you focus on there and what you're working on with your students currently.
Okay, my school is in Guatemala City. I have my school since 10 years ago, and the part of my students, the why I teach the karate is because I teach the passion for this sport. I love to be in this tournament. I have done many tournaments, different leagues, but for me, NBL is the sport that represents everything for me, because my students can develop, for many years. They can do different divisions, and they can work a lot in the passion for this sport.
Hey everybody, I have Luis Jimenez here with me. We're just going to take a couple of minutes to talk to him about how his week has been and a couple of other things. Sir, thank you for taking some time with me.
Thank you guys for this interview.
Oh, of course. Now, I know that you've had a great week so far. Can you just talk about how it's been for your students here this week at the Super Grands?
It's been really, really good. This World Championship, 6 days. And we have 4 World Championships. We brought 7 black belts. And from out of those 7, 4 World Championships and 3 runner-ups. So very, very effective.
What are you all going to be working on before the 2013 Super Grands?
Definitely we need to improve our creative forms. In traditional, we're doing a good job in point sparring. We have to work on our creatives and weapons, definitely, and to try to get be more consistent in getting points through the season, so we can get better seeding for the next Super year.
Absolutely, I really appreciate that. I think being a well-rounded individual is really important. So I love that that's the values that you're instilling in your students. Now, are you planning to expand your schools at all?
Yes, we want to have a school in California. We're working on it. Probably in a year or 2, we're going to have a school in California, a couple more in Mexico City area. It's just huge over there. It's kind of like LA, but it's like 2 times bigger. And that's it. Our main school, which is in Texas, the headquarters, and we just try to keep growing, help more kids.
Well, that sounds great. And for anybody who is watching and doesn't know, do you want to let everyone know the name of your school?
Yes, it's Zen Martial Arts. Zen Martial Arts with a little yellow logo.
I'm just taking a few moments out with Richie Everidge. He is a native of New York, and I think that's very appropriate for where we're at this week. So, Richie, thank you for taking a few minutes with me today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure. So, let's talk about your history for a couple minutes. I know that you have been a part of the NBL for a number of years, so let's talk about when you started.
I started in 1988 as a member of the Boys Slidell's Junior Smash team. And then I transferred into the very first NBL in Niagara Falls, 1991.
So you competed for how many years before you stopped, and then let us know what year you stopped competing?
I competed for almost 16 years, and I retired in 2004.
Now, so I know that you have put a team together, Team Empire. So would you please share a little bit about the history of that team with us, why you put it together, how it came to be, and how you recruit people for it?
Team Empire started 2 years ago, right out of New York, with a buddy of mine, Buster Hargrave, who lives here in Buffalo as well. It actually started as Team Everidge, my local guys from Rochester in my own community. But the wave started so hot, people just loved what we were doing. And it decided we had to take it in a new direction. So we came up with a new color scheme, new design, new look, and therefore we went into Team Empire. Now we've become not just a local team, but also a national team, and we're holding our own right now.
Hey everybody, I'm standing here with Dave Kopic. standing here with Bobby Cerrone Jr. and Derek Wilson. They are going to stage for the men's 35 and over middleweight. Now, we get to see a rematch of last year. These same two gentlemen were on stage last year. Gentlemen, let us know who won last year.
My main man right here, D. He took me out by 1 point in overtime. A great match. Much respect to him. I love him like my brother, so I look forward to a great match, and we're going to bring it for you guys tonight on stage.
Nevertheless, are you looking to turn that around this year?
Oh, for sure. I'm trying to hit him hard, but a lot of love behind that. Everything above the waist, though. No knee shots. No knee shots, right?
Yeah, we got to watch out for that leg. Derek, how's that leg doing?
Oh, it's fine. It'll be ready by Saturday. It'll be ready. But I'm hurting right now, but it'll be ready.
We want even if you got to hop on one leg, we want to see you fight Bobby.
If I have to fight one leg, I know Bobby's coming. He's going to give me his all, and I'm going to give him my all.
All right, well, we're looking forward to the stage. Thank you, gentlemen. Congratulations to you on the first and second place today. Yes, ma'am. And we will see you later this week up on stage. All right, you guys, so be looking for this fight. It's going to be a good one. We'll see you soon.
Yes.
Straight on right there.
The third one? Who's in that?
He'll stay right in the center.
Okay, so your first one in the corner.